I'm here with Staci Lamb. She's the 2018 Cecil County Public Schools Teacher of the Year, and she's here in the studio with us tonight. Staci, thanks for being here.
Yes, of course. Thanks so much for having me.
So you're a language arts teacher at Elkton High School.
Yep.
How long have you been teaching in Cecil County?
This is my 5th year, and I've been in Cecil County ever since I graduated from UD. So
Great.
Yep.
So what is so important about teaching?
I just think, and I'll say it all the time, I just think it's the best job ever. And I think there's just so much value in what we can accomplish with our kids because, and I know everyone says it, but they're like the next generation. They're our future. And I just love what I do, and I just think it's so crucial to have people who love teaching and to just foster positive relationships with our kids because it's going to lead to just so much greatness going forward.
How do you share your enthusiasm with your students and help keep them motivated?
So my kids will tell you any day of the week that I'm corny, and I have no qualms like going in and just doing whatever I have to do. I will dress up however I need to dress up. I will put face paint on. There was one time that we were learning about Tide Pods because the kids they kept eating Tide Pods, and so
I hope none of your students
yeah, no, they did. Well, because we read an article about Tide Pods and why you shouldn't eat them, and so one day they were coming in and I had this huge Tide Pod box from like Walmart, and I was just standing in the Tide Pod box, and one of my students, Kayla, walked up and she just said like, you know what, I'm not even surprised, Miss Lamb, that you're in a Tide Pod box because I wouldn't expect anything less. And so I just try to be weird and I try to be random and just catch them off guard because the second like they expect something or they expect normalcy, then, you know, they might not be as engaged.
Right.
So I just do whatever I can, whatever like limit I have to go to make it weird and crazy and magical.
That's awesome. How do you help parents? How can parents get their students prepared for learning?
So I think one thing that would really benefit our students is study skills, even things like having note cards at home that they can just run through and turn it into a game if they want to. There are so many like headband games that you can do and just hold up a note card, make it, you know, a little family game night, but it's studying.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to focus on next year with my freshman academy team is just getting more parents involved and just getting them to come to the school. And even if it's for a back to school night, we were even talking about having like a G-Wing night since we're in the G-Wing.
Oh, right.
And just inviting the families in and just kind of building and fostering more positive relationships so they see what we're trying to do, and then we can just turn to them and say, hey, here's what you can do to help us, and just really
make
focus
them part
on
of it.
Yeah, exactly, and focus on the community and the relationships, you know, even both inside and outside the classroom next year.
What is the Freshman Academy?
So the Freshman Academy, in each of the high schools there, the freshmen are divided into either, well, we have 2 academies at Elkton. We have the upstairs academy and the downstairs academy. And it's basically the kids are in 45-minute classes, and they all have the same English, math, science, and government teachers. So that every day we get to meet about our kids and talk about, you know, who's doing really well, who do we need to focus on, who can we call down and have a little meeting with. And it's just a way, it's like a kind of like a community within the school, but for our kids. And I really think it helps transition them from middle school into high school and like gets them ready, and they meet a bunch of friends in there because they're all, you know, they're kind of just rotating throughout the same classes. And it's a chance for the teachers as well to build really strong relationships. I mean, my academy team, we just do the craziest things together. Even the other day, we all had matching T-shirts that said "cram" on it because we were like cramming the books and like we just do like it's just like I really, really support the Freshman Academy environment for our kids and for teachers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what do you hope to accomplish through this position you have as Teacher of the Year?
Well, I'm still learning everything that comes with the title, and I don't know. I keep going back to this magic of teaching phrase, and I really just want people to see it. Because after my speech, everyone kept asking me, like, do you really love teaching that much? Like, how do you love your job that much? And it would just be like people that would, you know, see out and they're like, oh, I have 1 kid and I can't imagine dealing with 70. But there's just so much magic in teaching, and I hope the kids realize that, and I hope the parents realize that, and throughout this year, I hope, you know, all of the, like, if there's any educators out there who are, you know, might struggle, like, I hope they can find it again and just, you know, I don't know, I just want to do whatever I can to be whatever the teacher of the year encompasses. I hope I make them proud.
That's amazing. So you mentioned, well, I know that you go next to compete with the other county teachers of the year. So what else goes with this title?
So with the Maryland State Teacher of the Year, I have to fill out another application, and then I think that gala is in October. But every year, Kelly O'Hara, she won in 2015, and she is in my wing at Elkton High School.
Oh, right.
And so she sent me a list of everything that I'll be doing, and there's like one thing a month, like an event. And I know next week or 2 weeks from now, I have to go to the Board of Education, in which they announced the new superintendent for Cecil County, and I know I have to go to that, and I just know, like, on my calendar, it's, like, filling up. Before it was just kind of blank, like, not much going on, and now there's just, like, so many things going on. So I'm still, learning through it what everything is going to entail.
Yeah. Well,
but I'll be busy.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. And thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
And congratulations.
Thanks.